Hi guys, I want to do a really quick TBR video because Ben from Benjamin of Tomes is doing a week-long read-a-thon. It starts today, which is Monday, and it ends on Sunday, and I'm so excited. I just want to pump out some books. I don't know how far I'm going to get into the series because one of those books is really big, but I'm going to try my best. I'm really pumped for this. Thank you, Ben, for hosting. So the first challenge is to read a book under 250 pages, and I am going to read Or Give Me Death by Ann Rinalde. This is a novel about Patrick Henry's family, who is the creator of the line, give me liberty or give me death. It is believed that his wife was mad, and this book is historical fiction because they don't really know if this happened, but the author is saying, what if that line came from his wife instead of from him? Because she was insane and they locked her in the basement, which I think that part is true. This novel is set in the perspective of Patrick Henry's daughter, and she's caring for her mother, and she's dealing with her father, who is trying to, restart our nation. This book is 222 pages. The second challenge was to read an underrated book, and I kind of struggled with this one too. However, this book only has 750 ratings on Goodreads, so I'm gonna give it a shot. It's Let Me Go by Helga Schneider. This is a nonfiction book about a girl who was taken away from her mother during World War II, and then later in life she finds out that her mother was a Nazi, and she is very unapologetically a Nazi sympathizer, and she does not care that the Nazis killed all these people. She thinks she was in the right. Years later, when her mother is dying, she meets her mother again, and I don't really know if the mom was arrested or spent any time in prison, or if she escaped and fled. I'm not sure how these two got separated. I will find out in the book, but I think the majority of this book centers around later in life when she meets her mother for the last time, and her mother is dying, and they're talking about World War II. I don't know anything really about this book, but I've had it on my shelf for a really long time, and I'm really ready to read it now. This is the perfect opportunity for me to get it off my TBR shelf. The next category is the one I'm most excited about. If I just finish this book next week, I will be happy with myself. But I'm using this whole TBR and bookathon as a way to motivate myself to read even more and to finish this book. The challenge is to read a book over 500 pages, so I picked The Final Empire by Brandon Sanderson. This is the first book in the Mistborn trilogy. I'm so excited for this book, but it is pretty big, and I think it's not a novel that you're going to fly through. I think it's something that needs to be kind of digested and understood. This novel has 643 pages in it. I'm so excited. I can't even wait for this. I'm so excited. I get to start it tonight. Anybody else doing Year of Cosmere and doing this? Probably most people have read it already because Book Depository took forever to get here, but next up, we have to read a book with green on the cover, and I will do you one better. I am reading a book called Green. This is by J. Lake. It was a complete impulse cover purchase. This is a trilogy. I have the other two books. It is about a girl who was taken away from her family and sold into slavery, and they realize that she's pretty tough and she's very beautiful, so she is trained not only as a courtesan for the Duke, the Undying Duke. Something magical must be happening there. But she was also trained as an assassin. What sold me on this book was this line. Not only the cover, because the cover is gorgeous, and my lighting is really bad, so I don't know if you can see exactly how green it is, but it's very green. This last synopsis sentence sold me on the book. I bought the whole trilogy off Book Outlet. In the court of the pomegranate tree, where she was taught the ways of a great lady, the ways of a courtesan, she was named Emerald, the precious jewel in the Undying Duke's collection of beauties. She calls herself Green. I think this woman, young lady, is probably pretty fierce and amazing and awesome, and I want to read about her. I just want to know more about her. So excited. This book has 368 pages. I hope I get to it this week. I don't know if I will. If I don't, I'll be reading it very soon. You know, I think it's not a huge book. It's something I can get through really quickly. But I so love these covers. Check out my book hauls to see the other two, because those covers are just as pretty. But I knew Ben would like this because it's green and it's called Green. I'll let you know what I think of it. I just really give up on challenge number 5. It's not gonna happen. Like, this is a lot of books for a week for me because I work full-time and then I have another job and some things in my family are happening, and this is not a realistic weekly reading pile for me. If I get all of these done, do you know how incredible that is? Because I love to read and I read very quickly. I really do, but I seriously work probably 60 hours a week, so that's just a lot. That's a lot. But if I do happen to have the time to even start something else, I will try to do challenge number 5, which is to read a sequel to a book you've been meaning to for a long time but haven't got around to it. I will read Mastiff by Tamora Pierce. This is the 3rd book in the Becca Cooper series. It's pretty big, and these are the first 2, since I have them right here. I've shown them in other videos. I don't know if I want to reread the whole series or if I should just look up what happened. I don't know. I'm considering doing something similar to Year of Cosmere with all of the Tamora Pierce books because I think a lot of people haven't heard of them and would love them, and then a lot of people read them when they were kids and would like to reread them. And I'm not a huge rereader, but this is a series definitely worth rereading. This is the only book in the Turtle books that I haven't read, I think, as far as I know. And if something else came out that I didn't know about, I will be so excited. I know I'm missing my copy of Trickster's Queen, but somebody took it. I don't know who has it. So really, it's just this book. And so this is what I would read if I get to that challenge, which I'm probably not going to get to. But I want to enjoy it as much as I enjoyed the first book. So no hurry on me for this. I just wanted to show off this amazing book and this amazing series, which everybody should read. Everybody needs to read the Turtle books from Tamora Pierce. There's a lot of them, but they're really quick. They're YA books, I would say. Maybe middle grade, some of them, but they're very good. And they're not middle grade in, like, cheesy middle grade. Like, they're middle grade and, like, I'm an adult and I still enjoy them. So, I would read this if I had time, but I'm not going to have time, so I'm just going to put that back up there with that. So here is my TBR pile. This is the first TBR video I've ever done. I don't know how I like TBRs, but it's a week so I can stay in the mood for them. I can't wait. This is quite a lot of books. These 2 I know I'll get done. This one I will probably get done. This one I really want to get done. I just want to make sure I take my time with the Final Empire. I don't think that's a speed read. I think it's a digest read. But if you've read any of these books, or if you are going to be reading any of these books, let me know. I will maybe blog. I might try my hand at vlogging. I don't know. We'll see. But I will be doing a wrap-up video and talking about all of them. So, see you back later.